Why don't we just have a, hey, mom and dad prayer?
What do you
Our
mean?
Father and Mary.
And Mary. Hey, and just be like, my bad. Amen.
Hey, my bad. Bless us a little bit.
Yeah. Hey,
I could use a blessing.
that one was on me. Amen.
That one's on me. Next one's on you, honestly. Amen. And women.
He married my sister, now we're living together. Roommates in love.
Folks, back here with my damn son.
I got, okay, we're son-in-laws now?
Son-in-law.
Damn, all right. Hell yeah.
Well, we've been mixing up what we are.
I know.
I decided to go fatherly this week.
I appreciate that. I've always viewed you as like a kind of a deadbeat dad.
What the hell?
Yeah, what? You can you look me in the eye and tell me you've been a good father to me?
I think I've only been a great father to you.
Wow.
I give you
Interesting.
advice.
Yeah.
I give you a smacking when you deserve one.
Okay.
I snap the belt at you.
Yeah, you did used to beat the shit out of me.
You start getting yippy. I start
Then I went through
snapping
puberty
that
though,
belt.
and I got fucking.
And you got
huge.
fucking yoked.
Damn, this shirt is loose as hell. This makes my arms look tiny.
No, you're just small.
No, my arms are
Small
massive.
as
dude.
hell, kid.
Swole as hell.
Good shit. Wait, are you a Timberwolves fan?
No, I actually
Tom?
I thought that the Timberwolves was a sketch improv team.
I didn't get a piece of duct tape and just black out the
Burwolves?
and then you got the Minnesota Tims.
Minnesota Tims.
Come on,
Minnesota Timmy Smiths.
the old Tims,
God,
the Minnesota old Timmy
just
Smiths.
5 people waiting in the corner for a 3-point shot. Stay ready, dude.
This guy's kickout game is crazy.
There's no one driving.
I'm like, yeah, just kick it out though. I'm gonna jack it up from 38. I used to have a quick step off the drib, but not anymore.
No, you still got it.
I'm still gonna toss one up though.
Problem is you keep trying to play in Berks.
Love these Berks.
Yeah, they don't have the ankle support that you need for your
Look at
quick
these.
jab
Look at
step.
that. Look at that. That's how you know you walk
Damn,
weird.
those are beat to shit.
I know. But look at that. Just how they like are all fucked right there.
I think that's just.
I think it's because I have bowed legs.
Are you bow-legged?
For sure.
Timbo-legged?
Yeah, yes,
Minnesota
Timbo
Timbo legs?
Slice. I'm fully I'm fully bowed legged out. Folks, I gotta bring
Damn.
something up. I mean, I got so many messages.
What?
And
Wait, can I just before people lose their minds? Does my voice sound fucking terrible?
No, why?
Oh, I completely lost my voice this weekend.
Doing karaoke?
It's glorified karaoke.
So what does that
It
mean?
was the goddamn comedy jam. Have you ever seen this?
Oh God.
I will say,
What song did you do?
I Write Sins Not Tragedies by Panic at the Disco.
Intense?
Maybe the best night of my whole life. I mean, there's 350 people in this rock club.
Mm-hmm.
It's the end of the night at the Moontower Comedy Festival.
Yeah. Let's interrupt the thing I was gonna say to talk about the thing you want to talk about.
Perfect. Glad you're on
Yeah,
board.
this is great.
Yeah, this is good. You can nominate me for zero right after this.
I had a great
feel
zero,
like
but
I
you
feel
just
like
kind of took it
shit.
over.
I mean, I sound like shit.
No, you sound totally normal.
Okay. All right. Well, then I won't finish the story.
Well, no, but
There's no story. It's
What-
really just I just had the best night of my life and I lost my voice.
well, yeah. Let's hear all about Tom's great night.
Okay.
I had a lot of passion going into what I wanted to talk about, and he said, "Hey, great." So, anyways,
What? No.
about my great night.
I wanted to
What is
explain
this?
why I sound bad.
You don't even sound bad.
Okay, well, I thought I did.
All right, let's pretend you sound bad. Tom, what happened to your voice?
Oh, dude, I thought you'd never ask.
Is everything all right? Because you
So,
sound pretty raspy.
There was a lot of industry at this fest. That's a lot of dicks to suck. The throat took an absolute beating.
Sure. But
And
you have
I
a
kind
deep
of lost
one.
my voice.
You have a deep one.
The throat, yeah, but they can really.
You can take them
The
deep.
team over at Quibi is well hung.
Oh, Quib, a Quibi name drop.
Is Quibi
Incredible.
still around?
I don't know. I know. I figured you'd be on CISO by this point.
Yeah, I saw something.
You had to see your way out of that
see-
place after you sucked these guys off.
See you later.
I'll see you later. What are we doing?
I don't know. Are you kicking it off with a zero nomination?
Well, no, I received so many messages, and you know what I gotta say, which I love, is that our fans are passionate but respectful people.
Mostly respectful. Sometimes they're kind of mean to you.
Well, I don't read the YouTube comments.
Okay.
I don't even know we have clips on YouTube. I've never once taken a look at
Most
them.
of them are nice. We both take strays once in a while. on
The
YouTube.
messages that I receive to me, passionate but respectful.
Great.
And that's
keep it that way.
That's kind of the vibe we want to put out into the world.
Yeah.
Passionate but respectful people.
Otherwise, Tim will get the belt out on.
And I'm gonna snap that belt
Mm-hmm.
and make you. I'm gonna give you a sore throat if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's me threatening to face fuck you.
Just a little throat banging.
But anywho, so people are pretty mad about this backpack situation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got a lot of these.
People not thrilled. And you know
like-
what? I said, I've gotten so many. Let me take a little look in the mirror.
And what'd you find?
I said, is this who you want to be? Tim? You want to be the backpack guy? You
Is this the hill you're willing to die on?
Is this what you want to do? You want to be the guy that's shoving his backpack in there for a little extra leg room?
This is your Boromir moment.
This is what I'm doing?
You're taking 7 arrows to the chest. You're standing up.
And I'm going, you know what? Fine. I'm going to change my ways.
Whoa!
We got to do it in this life, Tom.
I'm starting with the man
in the mirror.
Ooh.
I mean, hey, if we're going to preach it, we got to practice it.
Yeah, you weren't preaching it though. Is the thing.
Well, no, we preach it. We got to live in a
Oh
society.
yeah. That's the whole zero and hero thing.
That's the whole
I'm
point
gonna
of
go
the
ahead
thing.
and have you flown since?
No,
But you're planning on.
but I can't wait.
You,
And I'm
you
gonna
put your backpack down. You look around.
I'm gonna nudge the people
Yeah.
next to me and be like, I almost put that in the overhead compartment.
They'd be like, "Why would you ever do that?"
Why? And I was like, because I used to. And they're like, that's zero behavior. And they're going, oh shit, you're the guy from the pod.
Is that? I think this is a self-nom for Hero of the Week.
Is
now.
that is that Minnesota old Timmy Smith?
You're showered in Biscoffs.
The pilot comes over the intercom. Folks, we got a guy on the plane right now. Everybody take a look down at 39F.
That's old Timmy.
That's old Timmy back there.
Oh, Timbo Wolf.
I can't even look up to wave because I have so much Biscoff in my mouth and shirt.
Tom Petty is just blasting on the overhead.
Absolutely cooking. But you know what? The messages, they really rolled in.
Yeah.
People-
Can I
people-
read one of the real
Oh,
breakdowns?
Jesus
I just
Christ.
screenshotted it right before this. It was.
Sure, it's going to hurt me, but
I
fine.
just I didn't really get past the first line because I came, but he said, "Wow, I could not be more on Tom's side." That's all you need to say.
hate to hear that.
During the airplane overhead compartment debate, but not even as much for the same reason. Okay, the backpack above is criminal. Yes, but the real problem is Tim taking the first overhead space he sees instead of the one above his row. I'd actually like to give you a chance to defend this, because is that what you're doing?
I have done that, yeah.
Like you won't wait till just in case your row is full.
Well,
I don't actually hate that much.
Well, here's the thing that has happened to me before is I'm usually late. To the
Right, you're the
thing.
last. Yeah.
So I'm like running to the thing. So by the time I get wherever it is that I'm going, everything's full.
You see one open spot.
So
you're
if
like,
I see one, I'm
"Thank
just
God."
taking the opportunity.
Okay.
And I'm shoving it in. And
I'll also say if you're the last one on the plane and there's room, backpack in the overhead isn't bad.
that criminal?
But if there's anyone behind you, then it's tough.
Well, I'm not in boarding group 1.
Not yet.
Who among us
Growth
is?
mindset.
Who among us is?
Group 1 is like 5th on the plane now too.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're like, we're now boarding Purple Heart recipients, former
Which-
vice presidents,
Boo.
and I'm like, okay, no
Former
one,
vice president.
no one even boards ever.
Dick Cheney's always on my flight.
Like, so I will say that is the reason that I take that firstie is because I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it going all the way back there,
Yeah.
and then I'm the asshole with a big backpack,
Who's got to go now under the seat?
and it never fits. I'll say that, folks. It never fits. And I've had this happen so many times. I'm sitting there with my backpack, and they go, you got to put that under your seat. And I say, well, it doesn't fit. And they go, oh, okay, well, let me go find a
I got to go put it in the secret closet. for
yeah,
the
let me go find
captain's
some
suit.
space. So now they're opening and shutting and opening and shutting. So there is a part of me that's saying, I'm gonna cut the middleman out of this thing, pop it in row 9. And then
think
I'm going to
what
head
we're
back to
learning
my
here-
seat in the toilet.
I think what we're experiencing here is nuance.
Not everything's
There's-
black and white, but I will say I'm done to, if there is an opportunity to shove it under the seat,
You got to do it.
I'm gonna take the opportunity. I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna listen.
We had a couple people on your side saying like, if you don't have a carry-on, if it's just backpack,
It is just
that's a
backpack.
little more acceptable. However, it's still one guy was like still against the rules, but I'll accept
The
it.
rules? I love that.
it's like-
I love that. By the way, the rules went out of the window on flights.
when the windows started falling off.
Post COVID, we're all mad at Tim. Nobody's mad at Boeing.
Yeah.
Can we get some hate mail towards Boeing?
I did. We're all talking about Tim's bow legs. Let's talk
come
about
on.
Boeing.
Boeing, dude. What the hell? Bo and Yang's out there crashing flights. Anywho, I'm living and I'm learning. And then, I did have a moment of self-reflect where I'm like, is this who I am? Am I the guy that's ruining society? And then, so here's my fucking zero nom that's riding right on the back of that.
Welcome back to Zero of the Week, where we
Discuss.
bond over the worst people in society. Take it away, Timothy.
Yeah, this isn't even worth, it's not even discussion.
It's just a straight up Stone
This
Cold
is a
Zero of the
stone
Week.
cold zero, and I will say it's probably the biggest zero I've ever encountered in the wild.
Okay.
So Lizzie and I are out getting a little day bev the other day. I don't know if you people know, but weather in New York City has been primo.
Horny.
Primo.
It's it's flirty out there. It is.
I mean,
nice.
it's just the Miller High Lifes are saying, "Look, we're $4. Buy me."
It's a nice hot day.
And I'm going, "Yep, I'm gonna buy one."
$77. Hey Tim, I'm over here.
So Lizzie and I are sitting outside of this little bar, and bippity boppity boo. And these streets in New York, they're thin, Tom.
Sure.
They're thin.
Yeah.
And there's a guy. There's this row of cars. Stoplight right here. It's a two-way street. And he pops his car in. He pops the hazard on. Doesn't pull off to the side. It's all street park.
This is a one car road.
One car road. He pops it. He pops the hazards on. Gets out of it, and there's a vintage store right there.
No.
With outdoor, they have shirts and stuff. He's shopping for T-shirts, Tom. No. He is out of his car shopping for T-shirts as there's a traffic jam in the middle of Brooklyn.
He goes, "There's a sale. This is an emergency."
No, but he was lifting up shirts and putting them up to himself to see if they fit well. People are trying. There's traffic coming this way.
Yeah.
The opposite traffic coming this way. Cars trying to get around, honking. He doesn't care at all.
He threw the hazards on to hit the thrift button.
To hit the thrift button, which is crazy.
Oh my god, he's holding up shirts to the cars in the traffic jam.
Yeah, we need him down.
Do you think I can pull this off?
He's like, hey, the more feedback you give me, the sooner this ends.
This is you guys are delaying the process. Would I look good in this tank top?
And I've popped around that little vintage store. It's
Wait.
not vintage. It's thrift.
Which one is this?
It's not great.
Okay,
It's called
you don't want to talk bad about it.
Well, it's called thrift number 3.
Okay.
You're not gonna find anything great.
And he was driving by and he stopped and he goes, "Holy shit!" Because aren't those lights technically called emergency lights?
I think they're hazards.
There's hazards.
Yeah, the hazards.
He goes, "It's a hazard. How bad I need to go shop."
I
there."
mean, and this is the oldest I've ever felt, but I almost walked over there and been like, "Excuse me,
young man.
excuse me."
Was he a young man?
Yeah, and I the longer I looked, I was like, I would bet this guy is involved with a group of people that I don't want to get into trouble with.
Okay. We'll be right back.
I think he's involved with the crew of guys where you bought these chairs.
He's in the mob.
He got out with the confidence of a guy that was like, what the fuck are you going to do?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I assume you have to have that level of confidence to be like,
do
I
something
know
like that.
I'm about to cause a traffic
jam
because I need a new top.
People were losing their minds.
If
And
there's
he was shopping for a T-shirt. And if I'd have walked over there, I think he would have been like, I'll kill you.
I kill you dead right now, or you could let me buy these corduroys.
And I was like, hey, you know what? Let me get the corduroys.
yeah.
Why don't you toss those on my tab?
Throw them on my tab. It's across the street. I'm
Yeah.
having a couple of high lifes if you want to join us.
Hey, please don't beat the shit out of me in front of my fiance. That would be not good for me.
We're having day bevs across the street. You
I'm
are
like-
a zero of the week, though.
Lizzie, check this out. I go over there and just get worked out by a 24-year-old. Oof. That would suck.
Now, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. This is not even really up for debate.
No, this is stone cold.
This is one of the stonest,
Tom, it was
coldest
a literal
zeros
instant
of the week.
traffic jam.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. You're a zero of the week, shirt guy.
For the worst shirts. He was at best getting a Fila
Did he
shirt.
buy anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
I had to leave.
Also, there's nothing wrong with Fila.
There's nothing right with Fila.
I don't know. This weather's got me feeling good. I'll
That's
say
not
that.
bad. That'll
Come
play.
on. Let's go.
That'll absolutely play. But anyway, that guy has been occupying most of the real estate in my mind because, one, I can't comprehend I think it was the confidence?
Yeah, it's what a life to live where you're just kind of like,
The fuck you of it?
I can do this.
I'm going to just pop.
I'm
the
not in
hazards
trouble
on.
at all.
At all. I thought he was getting out to maybe check his passenger side tire.
Yeah.
And then he just walked right into the store and's holding up shirts. Hazards on, horns, blaring.
I did this at a stoplight recently, and I mistimed it. I thought it had just turned red, so I thought I had a second. But I had a basketball in my trunk that was rolling around. And it's, when that happens?
Sure.
It drives you so insane.
Because you're going, well, here it comes.
And it's every time you start, it's 1 second longer than you think it's going to be. And then it's dunk.
Yeah.
And it's just enough that you're like,
I got to get that basketball.
So I stopped and I opened my trunk, basketball falls out, and then I grab it, and now it's green and I'm getting honked at. And now it looks like I stopped traffic so I can get a couple dribbles in.
Yeah. People go, he's doing the spider dribble right now. Nobody needs to see your ball handling skills.
Will anyone run the weave with me? Layup lines? No one. No one wants to do layup lines. God, we used to be a country.
Dude, the weave, I always really loved doing the weave.
Me too.
When you got a good three, you were like, oh, this weave's going to be tight.
Yeah.
And you could really move.
Man, we also used to end it in a layup, or end it in an alley-oop.
Dunk?
No.
I was like, what school
but
did you play for?
An alley-oop.
Sick layup,
it's more of like a...
But you would touch the backboard as you laid it in. Oh, okay. So your school was somehow whiter than my school.
8th grade. Catholic school. Yeah, but yeah.
You're right.
I mean, it has to be whiter. Unless you only had one Asian guy.
No, we had like 2 black guys.
My grade school was unfortunately white.
Mine was chaotically white.
Yeah.
I mean, K through 12, 2 black guys.
Oh, yeah. No, we might have had you beat by like 5.
I mean, that's weird and wild stuff. You rarely see something like that.
It's a tough look.
You're not going to believe it. We would go 4-93 in our basketball seasons.
What about football?
Getting cooked. We won the state championship one year in football.
All right.
Yeah, the whites in the South, they can play a little football.
They're kind of built different than the whites in the North. The whites in the North really excel at hockey.
Yeah, they can play some football, and they can really play some baseball. These boys down there can really chunk one of those things.
Man, I heard actually I don't want to give away your joke. Never mind. We'll move on. It was a good joke about the South, but whatever.
Oh, one of the classic Tim Smith bits.
Oh, a classic.
Well, let's hear about your damn karaoke night, Tom.
No, I had a zero nom if we're on zeros. Oh yeah. This is kind of this is a dumber zero. And yours is gonna take 0 of the week, but this is fringe. In Austin, Texas, Dirty 6th Street?
Sure.
It's where all the, shit is, and
it's like the Times Square,
yeah,
it's the Bourbon Street.
It's Bourbon Street. Yeah. It's Broadway in Nashville, whatever. It's like whatever. Well, I'm down there for the Moontower Comedy Festival. Saturday, me and fellow Minnesota Timberwolves fan John Kennedy, we're like, we got to go find a place to watch the game. We're leaving a show, and we pop on 6th Street, and we walk past all these bars. We're like, not seeing TVs on. We asked this bouncer. I'm like, hey, are you guys playing the NBA playoffs in there? He's like, nah. I'm like, okay, do you know a place where you'd find it? He's like, no, I would love to watch it. I'm like, okay, we're not going to hang out with you. And he goes, none of these bars on 6 are going to have it because it's no one wants to pay the licensing fee to show it in a commercial space. He said it so confidently. We were like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Fuck.
What is that, $80?
And he's like, closest bar that's going to have it is like a 30-minute walk away. And this is the start of the second half. We're like, fuck, really?
That also just seems not true.
So then we're like, all right, I guess we'll just walk to the after party for the comedy festival, and maybe there's a TV there. So we're walking there. We get to the next bar. It's on every TV.
Sure.
And I go, what? We go in, and then we just sit down. We find a back patio of this bar. There's no one back there. Private bartender. Me and John. TV 6 inches from our face. And we asked the bartender, we're like, did they have to pay separately? He's like, no, it's on TNT.
Hey, what's the licensing fee for TNT?
And he's like, we're doing $4 High Lifes. What do you want?
And you're like, no, I don't mean to pry, but what is your licensing fee budget?
But I'm throwing a small zero out to this bouncer.
I think he's just a dumbass.
Yeah, but what is that confidence? Why would he say that?
Dumb people are confident.
Okay, then giving him maybe tough look.
Well, tough look for sure. What confuses me is how specific he was.
Yeah, he was like, "You're not gonna find one on 6th Street. No one here wants to pay the
license. What do you mean the licensing fee?
I feel like you know what? Someone said that.
I don't
to
think you
him
guys were like
about
selling their merch.
No, I bet he heard that phrase. God, this fits in Austin too. He heard that phrase about the UFC fights.
Oh, is that a thing?
Because that is a thing for the UFC fights.
You have to like pay. It's a separate.
And if it's in a commercial space, it's very high. Like pay-per-view shit is like really high. But this is on cable television.
It's been on TNT for the last 44 years. The licensing fee? Oh, that's exact. He heard that about the UFC.
About the UFC fights.
He would say, "Hey, are you guys showing the blah blah blah
and he goes,
fight?"
No one on 6th Street is doing that.
Man, but that does seem like common knowledge that you should have.
And I mean, boy, did it get me and John. We both were like, that's a huge bummer. Thanks for the heads up, man.
I heard those are expensive. I heard those are tough.
And we used to walk 8 feet down. I'm like, it's on 38 televisions right there.
You guys should have done a little R search and just gone around and see how many bars. And you're like, hey, by the way, it's playing on every TV down
on
the
the way to the after party. Saw it in at least 6 more bars.
Because
then there was a game on right after, and I'm like, I was so close to going back.
No, you can't do that. But
I mean, that would have been hitting the.
Oh, that's
Tom
the
Petty
button for sure. I'm gonna toss a tough look at him.
It is a tough look because that, especially putting together that it probably was based in UFC. Anything associated with UFC is a certified
tough
look.
Tough look. Boy, the UFC is just.
What are you doing?
I mean, I had like a brief moment in my life when I was like 18 where I was like, this is cool.
It's really. Because humans were meant to fight.
Yeah, like these are like they're actually not just barbarians; they're kind of like artists.
They're really, that's why it's martial arts.
It's like a really, really like you don't even realize what they're doing.
The guy Marshall who started it, he was like really artistic.
That guy punching the other guy in the face, he's punching him as hard as he can,
and it's skillful.
And a lot of people don't realize that.
And it's beautiful.
And like I think the fans of the UFC have they've
kind of ruined it. Yeah.
It's because you're just, I mean, I don't know. Would you rather hang out with a UFC fan or like a WWE fan?
WWE, I think, because they know it's
fake.
And it's like, I think WWE for most people is like a nostalgia thing.
Right. What do you mean?
Right? Like, it's almost like they grew up on like watching wrestling. And so watching it now is like, it's like, I don't know. I love like Broadway. Because I grew up on Broadway.
Do you love Broadway?
I love Broadway musicals.
You seen it? Oh, right.
I'm like, there's no way this is a surprise.
Sorry,
to
no.
you.
I was thinking, what was I thinking? What's the plays? Not the musicals. Still Broadway.
Theater, but yeah, Broadway. I saw a play on Broadway today.
Damn, what'd you see? Glengarry?
Glengarry. Got a free ticky.
Glengarry. How'd our boy Bill
Burr
did?
Burr was the highlight. For sure.
Because you're a comedian?
No, he was crushing.
How was Kieran?
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Odenkirk?
Not great. Odenkirk's first scene, he was kind of bombing. It was fun to see. I was like, ooh, matinee. Kind of a tough crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there were some laugh lines for sure that were not hitting.
Oh, brutal.
And then Burr has the second scene, and he got him going. He really cracked him. But Odenkirk had to take the bullet.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy
then
to bomb with someone else's material, and you're like, it's not my fault.
I didn't write this.
It's not mine.
You go
Burr gets all the cool lines.
Burr was just so quick. I mean, it's like he's just playing himself, too.
He's such a good actor.
You know what the best part of the whole show was? Is after it ended, they're doing a thing right now. Broadway Cares does like a month-long fundraiser every year, where the actors like do a little live auction thing.
This sounds like an ad right now. You're like, it's funny. It's Broadway Cares.
It's Broadway Cares, folks. Check it out. BroadwayCares.com/roommates-in-law. Be a hero. Don't be a zero. Donate to Broadway Cares. No, they like have like, props that they'll auction off.
Oh, that's fun.
And I mean, the numbers got high. They were just auctioning off a desk like business card holder.
500?
That said Roma on it, Richard Roma. And they started at 500.
2,500?
Whoa! How did you know this?
Sorry,
what the hell?
Me and the Broadway Cares.
It went up by like $200 increments too, mostly.
Yeah, me and Broadway Cares have gone back for quite a long time.
You got.
You don't think I was getting live updates on that auction?
On your way over to the pod, you're like, oh shit! They sold 2 more for $2,500.
Yeah, I took the over on that. I lost quite a bit of money.
You're getting what? 8.
DraftKings. DraftKings.com. You can bet on Broadway Cares.
But it's so funny because they send this guy out there to do it. He's like one of the he's one of the other characters in the play. And he's like doing it, but the whole cast is standing up there. And then all of a sudden, the guy is like bombing, doing it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Burr's like, who gave this guy this job? I mean, he's the only non-sales guy in the whole show. And he's like, you got money? How much? How much? 500? 500. And then somebody in the mezzanine was like the top bidder at one point, and he goes, the fucking mezzanine? You should be ashamed of yourself. He's killing.
Billion
He's
Burr.
destroying.
We simply love to see
That was very fun, but the play was good. I prefer a musical.
I prefer the movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me some Alec Baldwin in his prime.
Well, that's who Kieran is playing.
Ooh, yeah, that's not the right role for him.
He's
He's too short.
He also, yeah.
No one's scared of the 5'5" guy. You
Well,
gotta be
he's
Baldwin.
not. Yeah, it's a different role, kind of,
He's not
in
playing
the
it
movie
like
and
Baldwin did.
the play. Well, because the play, I think it was a play first, and then a movie.
I think it was a screenplay second,
Sure, yeah, but as the screenplay,
and then it was a parlay after that.
that was
and that's
when
where
Tim
I got involved.
That was the Broadway cares. Guess what? Tim cares too. Tim cares about the
Care about
bottom
my
line.
parlay hitting. dude.
No, but yeah, it just it's such a desperate like vibe in there, and he hit it in one scene, but his first scene, I was like, oh, he kind of is
Not happening.
yeah.
That's like, did you
But
see
Odenkirk is perfect for that desperate role.
Oh man, he's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
He's just like a great actor. It's bizarre.
Yeah,
Some of these guys, these like, Burr is also a really good actor, and who else is a great? Robin Williams was an unbelievable actor. Fucking Jim Carrey's a great actor. I'm gonna list more good actors, but it's bizarre when you see these guys.
Sorry, we just cut out 30 minutes of Tim naming actors.
good
We're back.
actors.
All right, so you were talking about.
I think I love because so many comedians can't act because they have so much of an issue. When you're being a comedian, you're trying to be yourself.
Yeah, and you're being somewhat safe.
By being yourself.
Yeah, it's like pretty protected.
And then, like, you
It's not
got to
that
try to be somebody else. You're like, it's a little vulnerable.
That's more vulnerable than anything else.
So I think that's where comedians have an issue with it. But, like, a guy like Burr,
Yeah.
Mark Maron's a great actor. That's when we'll cut back in. But it's like, it's
and we
nice
roll
to,
credits.
It's nice to see, because unfortunately, stand-up comedy is on the lower end of art.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see some of these guys, claw their way into a more upper echelon level of art.
And kind of steal the show.
You
I
know.
mean, he really was the favorite.
That
I mean,
rules.
people also just were excited to see him. He got a little cheer when he walked in.
Well, it's great. Like, he's on there with an Academy Award winner, and people are going, I got to see Bill Burr.
I think 2 of them, right?
Who else won?
Kieran and did Odenkirk never win anything?
What would he have won an Academy Award for?
Or not? I don't know. Has he never won?
He was probably in, like, some Emmy stuff.
Oh yeah, just Emmys.
We're talking damn Academy Awards.
We're talking Oscars.
We're talking a freaking gold statue.
Okay.
Kieran held one up.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out Kieran Culkin, fan of the show.
Yeah, he needs a haircut.
What's he doing? He's doing a little too much Tom Schnee. Tom Bree.
I'm looking clean cut compared to.
Oh, he's
K-Dog.
going real loose with
Well,
it.
it's a big on top, you know.
Big on top, small on bottom. He's about 5'5".
That's me.
He's mostly hair.
Oh yeah, I guess that's why. But none of them looked big though.
Well,
None
how
of those
good
are
were the
big,
seats?
Big boys, last row in the mezzanine.
Like,
They
damn,
were far away.
They look so small up there.
It's like, man, Kieran is tiny. What a dumb idiot. His facial expressions aren't good either. I can't even see him.
That is tough.
That's
they
why I
don't
like
have
Broadway
any,
musicals.
They
a
don't
little
have
bit
any
more,
like screens.
No, and it is like a pretty.
they shouldn't,
Seeing
but-
it on stage, I'm like, this should be in like a black box theater.
This is like a 300 seater.
Yeah, and we were in at least a 1500.
Tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Palace.
I think the people in the mezzy seats, I think they're there to say I saw it.
Yeah, and
You
then
didn't- but you didn't see it.
But then she paid $2,500 for a business card holder. Something's not adding up there.
That's crazy. Well, the money she saved on the seat, she got the holder.
Yeah. She could have been sitting front row.
Sitting
though.
front row, getting spit hit on her by Bill Burr.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing. Give me that saliva,
Yeah.
Bill Burr.
Wait, okay.
Well, wait.
yeah,
Let's
that was my
circle
only
back
thing.
to your when you lost your voice.
Oh yeah. So Did Panic at the Disco. Here's the thing.
Wait, what was the song? Give me a little.
I chimed in with the Haven't You People Ever Heard of?
An absolute heater.
Kind of a banger. So, Josh Adam Myers runs this thing. He does it at like all the big festivals.
What color is his hair right now?
It's bright pink.
Sure.
And I will say,
Sure.
he gets up there. He is a rock star up there.
He's working it.
I mean, people get into it. It's like the band is great.
Helps.
And so it's kind of like, and he can sing like any song. So then it's like they just do crowd pleasers, and then they have like 3 comics from the festival each night get up there and do one. And it's kind of a fun variety of like, not all the comics are great.
Sure.
I was more nervous for that than any show I've been.
I mean, are you
nervous
actually
for.
singing or is it lip syncing?
No, it's all.
Oh, you're in the mic.
Oh yeah. I mean, I went in and rehearsed for like 45 minutes
Oh.
earlier in the day.
So did you get to choose a song?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's where like we
Fun
were talking, we were
choice.
chatting about it, and he was like, "What would you do?" And I don't think he was planning on having me. I said that song, and then like a couple days later, he was like, "You should, we should do that."
Maybe he didn't know
He's
what
like,
that
"That's
song
a crowd
was.
pleaser." I think he was putting together like the rest of the see if it fit with the vibe.
Sure.
And then it did. It was a crowd pleaser. It was very fun. I mean, some of these guys can really sing though. I was more screaming
Sure. Yeah.
because I was starting to lose my voice. I was being a little chatty Cathy all
Yeah.
weekend. And
well, if
then,
you wouldn't have lost the voice, obviously you would have nailed the notes.
I would have crushed
Everybody
it.
knows that.
People would have been like, "Did you guys record that by any chance?"
Like, wait, I didn't know you were actually in that band.
This seems almost better than the studio.
Interesting.
So just send that over. But it was very fun, and it's like, you know, I feel like so many comedians want to be musicians, and vice versa. But it's you get up there, and there's a whole bunch of people singing along with you. It's an electric feeling.
Oh, there's no chance. That's why all these guys die of drug overdoses. I mean, could you imagine
Yeah.
getting off the stage and then being like, all right, time to head back to Bushwick?
Yep. I mean, it was
Gotta go get in bed.
bananas. And then we all get up to do the last song, and like a guy, there's a huge comedy fan. His name's Mike. I think he said he's listened to the podcast. He's in a wheelchair, and he's next to the stage. He's like, "I want to crowd surf."
Sure.
We get him up there. At one point, so this Mike is an Army veteran, and he's jacked. And he might not have legs, but I think he weighs more than me.
Yeah, he does.
So we get him up there, and all of a sudden he gets to just me, and now it's me holding Mike over the edge of the stage.
How is this possible?
My arms are like, there was just a moment where he almost went down, and I like had to grab him, and now it's me holding him out, being like, "Come on, Mike."
What I'm hearing is Hero of the Week.
Middle of the song, I don't know.
Is this a hero nom?
There's some people pushing him back up, and I basically just I lifted him up, and then we both went down together onto the stage.
And was he like, hell yeah?
Yeah.
And you're like, Mike, I almost killed you.
And I was like, "Dude, I almost dropped you on your head." It was terrifying, and it was a very sobering moment. I was kind of like, "Yeah, we poo."
Look how much fun we're having.
And then all of a sudden, I was like,
killed a vet.
"We're gonna kill this guy."
Yeah. Oh my God, if you'd have killed a veteran.
Yeah. It was almost not just a tough look. I mean, it'd be tough to call that a tough look.
Well, it's also not a zero because there's no intent.
There's no intent.
You didn't try to kill the guy.
It's not really loser either.
It's not. I think we got to toss it.
Big oopsie.
Out of the 3, it is a tough look. Tom killing a veteran.
Yeah, Tom, we got really into that whole live band
It's
karaoke
a
thing,
tough
and then
look.
killed a veteran via
Oh my
head
God.
trauma.
That's so funny. Nom didn't get him, but Tom did.
Oh wow, the young man Nam Bree. Oh my God.
Well, that's fun. I mean, what were some of the other songs? I mean,
was
where
fun.
was Mr. Brightside in this whole?
Oh, they did do Mr. Brightside one of the nights. Neil Patrick Harris came out and performed maybe that one or something else.
Seems like he'd be good,
Yeah, he's like a world class. He was on Broadway.
but like, he can sing?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he crushed.
that's cheating.
Yeah, but I mean, but it was a surprise guest,
Okay.
appearance.
It's not like let's see if Mick Jagger.
No,
can
yeah,
cover
it
this
wasn't
thing.
like, "Hey guys, next up we have former star of Book of Mormon, I think maybe, or something. I don't know."
Nailed
Neil
that
Patrick
riff.
Harris. Yeah, no, we're gonna cut that out because I control it. Wait, I had something else about this. Oh, what would you do if you had if gun to your head? Josh Adam Myers walks up to you, goes, "You're going up next. What song would you do?"
Well, I was thinking something from the Killers, but I also might toss on something from the little Counting Crows.
That would be a huge hit.
Counting Crows could be really
Long December.
big. Long December. What's another great Counting Crow?
Omaha.
Mrs. Potter's Lullaby would really slap.
I mean, Mr. Jones would be the easiest sing-along,
But you
but
want
it's a little bit top of the category.
You kind of want one where people go, "Oh shit!"
I kind of forgot about this song.
Damn, this one's actually heat.
Yeah.
Something there would be
Wait,
great.
is Long December?
It's a little sad.
Yeah, but that's the one where they have like a na part, right?
No. That's not.
No, nah.
Wait, what song is that?
No. Hey Jude.
Hey Jude, yeah.
You can do Hey Jude too.
I would do.
But they have. I can't hear another not.
I can't. That's all I can hear right
anyways.
now. But I would maybe some Counting Crows. You know what also
That
would
would hit.
really slap if you got a little Coldplay involved.
Ooh.
Coldplay would
Way
really
harder to sing,
hit.
though.
No, he's got a horrible voice. Chris Martin does not have a good voice.
That's an insane take.
No, he's great for what he does.
He has a great voice.
No, he's great for the genre.
You're telling me you can
he's
sing
in.
Yellow or Fix You?
No, I'm not a world-class musician.
You almost said singer.
I did,
Yeah.
but I had to correct myself there.
You're like, wait, I won't back down on this one.
No, but
Backpack, I'll die on.
He's not
Chris-
an unbelievable
Chris Martin's an incredible singer.
No,
You're out of
no.
your fucking mind.
Freddie Mercury is an unbelievable singer.
Yeah,
Elton
apples
John,
and
these
gay
are singers.
oranges.
He's he's got his own thing
I think
going on.
I think you just like gay guys.
Yeah, they can sing.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury,
They
Elton
can
John.
really, really sing. But those are like world-class vocalists. Like, I don't know if he would be considered like this world-class singer.
Yeah, but his range is kind of crazy.
I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing for the songs that he's singing. He's perfect for them. But you're not going like, that guy
Man,
is hitting every note.
God, I'm picturing a dark room, 300 people in there. Crowd dies down. Shh. Spotlight comes down. It's Tim Smith.
Yeah.
He's wearing a fun shirt.
Yeah.
And it's
You can hear everybody in the crowd whispering.
Look at the
Damn,
stars.
he's got a fun shirt.
And then they go, "Oh man, he's not that good. He's like pretty much as good as Chris Martin."
So this is not at all the argument I made. At no point did I say
No,
I am
you
as good as
said-
Chris Martin.
You said
By the way, I
I
compared
am
him
a
to Freddie
world-class
Mercury
singer and yourself.
and Elton John.
No,
Is who I compared him to.
no, you said
you
you were-
pig.
I'm gonna go back.
There's
and
a pig man.
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna cut it back in right here. Tim says, "I'm a better singer than Chris Martin."
Never once said
Chris
that.
Martin could die
Would
in
never
a hole,
say that.
and I wouldn't
I know
think
that
twice
he.
about
I know
it.
that he leads. He's the front man of one of the biggest bands.
Chris,
of all
I'm
time.
so sorry, man.
And
I'm a
huge
fan.
I'm one of the biggest fans of
Tim
all time.
fucking hates you. Give me the tickets.
But I mean, is he a crazily talented guy? Yes, but vocally, it's not like Adam. What's the guy's
I really
name?
like this take.
Adam
Levine?
No, the guy from he was on American Idol.
Oh, wait. Oh, he was kind of like a.
And he still does he's like a Queen cover guy now.
Yeah, I know who you're
Adam
talking
such
about.
and such.
Oh man, it's leather. He wore a lot of leather.
A lot. He was kind of aggressive. Another
Yeah.
gay guy.
He's gay too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sing his ass. I'm talking vocally. He's probably a better vocalist.
All right.
But Chris Martin is a better artist.
So you're putting Adam, American Idol, Freddie Mercury, and yourself above Chris Martin.
Well, Freddie Mercury's at the top.
He's, of course.
Elton John is in the mix.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say it's in like mid.
Tim's floating around in there
He's
somewhere.
right there. Elton John, Tim Smith. We're right.
You know, it's
there,
like
we're
Tom
hanging
Petty.
out.
Is Tom Petty an amazing vocalist, or is he a great musician artist?
I like that.
Do you know
I
what
like
I'm
that
saying?
comparison. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Tom Petty is, he's almost to Bruce Springsteen. Should we start this? Should we fist fight on here?
I'm not even gonna. I pray to God Lizzie doesn't listen to this episode. She's gonna leave me immediately.
Gene sleeping in Bushwick. My bad. I stepped on the Tom Petty button.
I love the Tom Petty button. Gene sleeping in Bushwick. That has to be the next big hit coming out of Bushwick.
Yeah, we're gonna get it recorded. I'd like to bring the energy down now on the pod.
Thank
and
God. We're having fun there for a second.
We're having a little bit of fun. Fun is over. The Pope died, and I want to talk about it.
R.I.P.
Papa
R.I.P..
Francesco.
R.I.P. We just killed the Pope.
Whoa, yeah.
Remember that? It's an old Jeezy
R.I.P.
song.
We just, what is it though? Killed
We
the
just
club?
killed the club.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
You just had a lot of fun.
It just tore it
I
up.
think you guys had a bunch of fun with your friends.
Killed the club.
Hey guys, you want to have fun tonight with all my friends?
Hey, do you guys want to kill the club later?
I could probably kill the club.
I could.
If I killed the club, would you guys kill the club?
Yeah, let's be bad. Let's see. I would like to get here's a proposal to our Catholic listeners. Can me and Tim get in the mix? Are you confirmed in the Catholic Church?
Confirmed. I got baptized.
Okay.
I did first communion.
And then you never hit the confirm
I
button?
don't think I confirmed. Confirmed is like 11th grade, right?
Yeah, 8th, anywhere between like 8th and
I don't think it's but no, I was in
we did it in 8th grade.
I was in a non-denominational. I think I left. I didn't hit all the sacraments, I'll tell you that. So I don't think I'm in the mix.
Yeah. If you didn't hit the sacs, well, I don't know, you might still be able to. If you're baptized, you might still be eligible for Pope.
I got baptized twice. My mom didn't think it took the first time.
What was going on? Were you speaking like in devil talk?
I guess I was just speaking parcel tongue at home. She was like, "This kid's being a pill right now. Let's dump him back in the water." What the hell?
Can we toss this guy in the bathtub again?
Yeah, she hit me twice.
Wow, you got baptized twice.
Yeah, she didn't.
I'm kind of jealous.
She didn't think it took. How funny is that?
That's how much God loves you.
I don't know. I think that's what a grip Satan has on me.
His priest was like, "Yeah, we can try again." He doesn't seem.
His eyes are still red, though.
Yeah, he does keep speaking with like a devil, like goo goo gaga.
Like, yeah, my hands are turning to ash right now, but sure, we could toss him back in the water.
Yeah, I don't know. The water keeps boiling when he gets in.
What's that big tail he's got? What's with that tea?
Milk now.
I don't know. Yeah, she baptized me
That's
twice.
kind of fun. I would like to be a co-pope with you for a little while.
CP? I could CP with you.
Co-popes would be fun because you'd be like, you get to, the pope seems like a lonely job.
Well, no, he's got like his boys around him. He's got the Cardinals are all kind of
But
hanging
they're
around.
sucking up to him because he gets to pick who gets to be in the
They
next.
are all kind of yes men.
Yeah, he's managing. He's a manager.
Well, wait, he picks?
I think, doesn't he designate who's eligible to?
But it's a bunch of dudes.
It's a bunch of Cardinals.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's between these 5 guys. It's like,
It's a couple hundred.
Bunch of
something?
dudes.
What is it, like 200?
we're going to toss 200 out there into the universe and see if that's
Does that get to conclave about it? I haven't seen the movie yet.
Shout out.
And I should know this from
Ray
my
Fiennes. Yeah, you're like a massive Catholic.
Yes. How many years of 16 straight years of Catholic school?
See, okay,
I don't know the process to pick
I
the
stopped
church.
I stopped in 6th grade. That's where it ended for me.
Yeah, I went through the University of Notre Dame.
Ay caramba. Wait, did you ever do confession? I never did confession.
Yeah.
I wanted to get in there. I really had this urge to get in there and be a pill.
Well, this is weird. I'm trying to write something about this because I met a guy who told me that he doesn't think he's ever lied in confession.
That's insane.
And I was like, that is all we were doing because when we had to go to confession, we were young. We were in like 5th grade.
And you had to like make shit
You
up.
didn't have sins, and you had to fill the time. And we know what it's like.
Oh, then I did do confession.
You get booked for like 10 minutes in there, and you only have 2.
And you're like, I was pretty mean to my
sister? That's always the lie.
I think I said something to my sister that when
I pinched,
sick as hell.
I think I pinched my sister on the arm, and I was coveting my classmate's pencil case.
What did I do? I stole my brother's Nerf ball.
Because the only sin that we knew about, this is like the bit is like, the only sin I was conscious of that they told us about that I was doing is like, I'm jerking off all of the time. It's all I think about.
Yeah.
You're not going to go in there and tell that guy.
Well, what about,
because then he's going to be like, you can do that in here too, that's fine.
Yeah. I was thinking of a similar thing where it was like, you're just saying all this boring stuff, and you're like, how bored must have he been? But then I remember, like, he's jerking off the whole time.
He's rocked up.
He's not even listening the whole time.
Yeah.
This guy's come like 6 times.
He's like, yeah, keep going.
He's like, look at the line outside. It's
Holy
all the hot kids.
Shit, you are forgiven. Repent, my
You're
dear
like,
boy.
I was pretty mean to my sister here. I'm like, oh, God. You're like, oh, I'm in so much trouble.
Oh, forgive me, Father, for I have
jizzed.
And unfortunately, that is going to be how we start the episode this week.
Wait, how do we even get on that? Oh, because the Pope.
oh, yeah,
R.I.P.
confession.
to the Pope.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. We just killed the
Well,
Pope.
wait, but he died in like a kind of a nice way, right? It was
Yeah,
like,
you met J.D. Vance.
oh, that's right, J.D.
That's
Vance.
the last guy you got to meet with.
Damn, J.D. Vance put a cyanide pill in his
I saw a
holy
great
water.
tweet, and I wish I knew who it was, but it was, we should have looked into this. And it was like the J.D. Vance real name Google search, and it was just killed the Pope Vance. That
Pope
killed me.
is so good. Should have looked into this, folks.
Yeah.
But I mean, God, J.D. Vance does look evil.
Yeah. Like he would have just like smothered him in there.
But it was natchy causes, right?
It was a stroke and then heart failure.
Yeah, I mean, he's what, 90?
But he almost died like
88?
3 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, he's not in good health.
Yeah. But then it was weird because they were like, whoa, he made a public appearance on Sunday. Hell yeah, he's back. Dead.
He's so back.
Dead.
I love it. Just because he's waving really slowly at everybody doesn't mean he's in the mix.
He was saying bye.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone. My heart is for sure going to give out. Let me actually tell JD to pop over.
Yeah, I can meet with him.
Boy, JD, that guy, I don't like that guy.
One of the worst guys.
I don't
One of
like
the worst
that
fellas alive. I
guy.
really hate him.
Well, we don't want to go woke, Tom. We certainly don't want to do that. Everybody hates Bill Burr now because he went woke.
Yeah, because he's got some sense in him now.
He's discovered empathy, which is all being woke is.
Man, he
It's
really
being
has
empathetic.
aged well.
To people that are not like you.
Yeah.
Well, you mean his comedy or just his whole vibe?
It's his whole vibe.
I would say both, yeah.
He's like, well, not to just suck him off.
Go
but
ahead.
It's just, it's like, he's like,
Treat him like
come
he's
to
in
terms
confession,
with
Tom,
his anger.
Just stick it through this giant square.
It was dangerously close to a glory
It
hole
is kind of a
situation.
glory hole, yeah. It's a holy roll. It's a holy
hole.
holy hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got there.
It's actually just glory hole works.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much. Pretty much.
You didn't need to change anything.
Oh, glory hole does still work.
Because it's glory to God in the highest, you know?
Fuck this up so
Man,
bad.
yeah.
Sometimes you swing, folks, and sometimes you miss.
Christ will come again.
Oh, there we go. Now we're having fun. All right, so what the hell, Burr?
I don't know. It's just, he's like one of the only guys who's like managed his anger as he got older.
Wait,
and come to terms
I was
with
listening to him on our good friend Mark Maron's podcast, and you know what he did?
Mushrooms.
He ate a bunch of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Everybody should be taking a very heavy dose of mushrooms.
I don't know about very heavy. That scares me.
No, 3.5 grams and sit into a dark room. But you have to go in with good intentions. I will say that.
Yeah.
Because you can freak out. I cried
I've
a
never
lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was boohooing. I boohooed for 4 hours straight, and I did come out a better person.
He came out and said, I'm going to start doing stand-up comedy.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to start a podcast.
So you could too.
No, but you come out with just way more empathy. You come out with, like, some people you want to reconcile with.
Yeah.
You're more willing to, like, that was me. I fucked up there. Let me go make some apologies here.
Yeah, let
me
me
make some turns in my life here. What am I doing?
Get in touch with my inner child a little bit too. Stop pushing that down.
It's not bad.
Maybe
folks.
I'm angry for a reason that I should.
I need to examine.
Yeah.
You examine all the things that you've been
Address.
pushing away,
Yeah.
and it's nice.
Woo!
Shout
I've been
out
known to
mushrooms.
push a couple
Good friend of the
things
pod.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love
Listener, longtime listener, mushrooms.
mushrooms are now sponsoring the pod, but I would highly recommend absolutely nomming on a huge
teeing
handful
off on a large
of
dose. I've actually
mushrooms.
that scares me, but I will endorse it blindly.
Well, see, after I had a big one years ago,
I've heard about this one. This was the big cry, right?
and big cry. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this every month. Because I was like, this is
changing the game.
This is changing my life.
Yeah.
And then the month came around, and I was like, I should do this quarterly. I am going to do it quarterly.
Yeah.
And that was 10 full years ago.
And you do it every decade.
Well, I've never done one that big.
No, but if you do again,
I think it's a decade kind of a thing.
that's a decade thing.
Because you know what it is? It's like when you go in blind, you'll do anything, but you would never go in with that information again.
Right, because you know it. You know what's waiting on the other side of that
It's
door.
so
It's
intense.
a priest with his dinky out.
And I'm going, oh, it's not even a good one.
Man, you had to undo so many ropes to get that out.
For that?
For that?
Come on, man.
Come on,
I'm
Father
12
Tom.
and I have standards. How old are you in 6th grade? Not 12, right?
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I should be
11.
a priest.
I know how to spot
Damn,
them.
I got these kids clocked. I just walk by kids and go 4th grade, 7th grade, 9th grade.
I could be a priest.
Damn, he knows all of us.
Get this guy in the conclave.
Holy hell! Somebody get this guy a damn congregation.
Yeah, God, I would listen to you for an hour.
Isn't that what it's called? A congregation?
It is, yeah. And in archdiocese.
That's also a big one. Wait, what was your favorite Mass song?
Oh,
Because they had a couple of bangers.
well,
in there.
Christmas Mass ends in Joy to the World. Joy to the World is like,
Okay.
it's kind of I think that's more of just like a fuck yeah presents time.
Mm-hmm.
But
What about like, is it I, Lord? I am calling.
Oh, wait, I don't know this one.
something.
No, I think
That's a banger.
Oh, we used to
Chris
do
Martin
one that
could
was
never,
fun.
by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely cooked that.
We used to do this one that I thought was fun because we got to clap, and it felt like
So
like
you
we were
went
in
to
like
a
black
nonsense
church.
church.
No, this was like a very special occasion thing. If we did like an all school mass, we'd go Ale Ale Alleluia.
Oh,
Ale,
wow.
ale,
Okay, so you guys weren't taking it seriously.
Alleluia.
That's-
Yeah.
Now
no.
I see how you went through all 16 years.
That's why we got so many gay kids in my family.
Yeah, I went through a hard 5. This is way too intense.
Yeah. No, we were we had like God, Eagle's Wing was
Eagle's Wing is a
sad.
banger, yeah.
that was mostly funerals.
Raise
so.
You Up is a
And
big
he
one, yeah.
will raise you up
on eagle's wings. You know what else they started doing? They like changed prayers around.
Yeah, to trick John. Remember that Mulaney bit?
Oh no, I don't. That's
He's like-
fun.
Yeah, well, he's like, let's see what the problems can we solve. Number 1, no.
Very
And
good.
then it's just they changed the words from peace be with you and also with you to and with your spirit to trick John.
Well, thank God they cracked that case.
I know, it really was, that caused a stir.
In what
There
way?
were old people in our church that were going, I'm saying it also with you.
They voted for Trump also.
For sure.
You'd better believe
we
they
used
did.
to be a country.
You'd better believe
I've
they
been saying
did.
that out of context a lot, and it's pretty fun.
We used to be a country. Wait, what is that? What is that from?
It's just like we used to like this country used to stand for stuff.
Oh,
It's like a dumb conservative.
It's just the
talking point.
overarching thing.
It's just my life was better before I had back pain.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
And you're going, yeah, but that has nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah, but they go, this country used to stand for something.
I used to throw a football over the mountain.
Now I have to care about the Ukraine.
Coach had put me in the 4th quarter.
Would have won state. Of course, I wasn't
Shout out to old
sleeping
people.
with his wife.
Old people, I don't know. God, I don't see, but you do find yourself getting old. Like I almost walked over and told that kid, "Hey, buddy, the hell?
You can't throw your hazards on in the middle of
That's
a
like
Manhattan
old
Avenue.
That's old man shit."
Is this in Manhattan?
No, it's Brookie.
Okay, still not good.
Still, no,
Still
not
a
even
busy
close.
place.
The moment the light turned green, horn started honking.
Yeah, that's fun.
The moment.
Did he get back into his car with
No,
with any sort of hustle?
I didn't see him. We left before he got back into his car.
Holy shit!
This wasn't a run over situation.
This is I'm going shopping.
He's
at
shopping.
This store.
He held up multiple shirts and looked at them. It wasn't like, oh, I gotta let me run. I'm so sorry. No,
He said, "I'm gonna take my time.
the boy was shopping.
I'm gonna find something to wear to
Yes.
my first date tomorrow."
Yes, and then he could see all the chaos here. All chaos. Didn't give a hoot.
Mm-mm.
I mean, this is a guy that needs to go to confession.
He needs to confess for his sins and then repent.
Hey,
10 Hail Marys, you zero of the week.
10. He's getting off. What is this?
I don't know. I
10
don't
Hail
remember
Marys?
what like the penance was.
Yeah, I think it was mostly Hail Mary based.
Yeah, I mean we didn't know like that many things.
Do you ever do one full Hail Mary? It's like if you had to do 40
Could you
of them
still do it?
around a rosary.
Could you do it?
Get me started.
Hail Mary, full of grace,
Lord is with thee.
blessed art
Blessed are thou among men.
women.
Women.
So specifically women.
Blessed are thou among women, and forgive those
Who?
trespassed against us.
That's our Father.
And
You
believe
jumped
us?
over into the other lane.
Believe us not. Relieve us not.
Why don't we just have a hey mom and dad prayer?
What do you
Our
mean?
Father and Mary.
And
you know?
Mary. Hey, and just be like, my bad. Amen.
Hey, my bad. Bless us a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
could use a blessing.
that one was on me. Amen.
That one's on me. Next one's on you, honestly. Amen. And women.
I mean,
I like that you switched over to Our Father halfway through. It was fun. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now at the hour of our death. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father is our Father who art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
I didn't realize he was
kingdom
always
come,
doing art up there in heaven.
Thy
by the
will
way.
be done, as earth as it is in heaven.
On earth as it is
Give
in
us
heaven.
give us this bread, our daily bread.
Give us this day
our
our
daily
daily
bread.
bread, and
Forgive
us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation,
yes.
but deliver us from evil.
Man.
Also, I'm not forgiving people who are trespassing.
Quit it. This is America. I have private property.
Stop. No, we don't.
Well, you can't come into my home.
You can't come into
Unless
our
you're my
studio.
landlord.
I'll say that. If you're a rival pod, you can't come into this studio.
Don't even fucking try to come in
Don't
here,
trespass. I'm not gonna trespass against you, and I'm not gonna forgive us art. If
dude.
you
I am going to be
trespass
confused
against
about how
me.
how you know where this studio is.
Yeah.
That's concerning.
But I'm not gonna forgive you.
How'd you
for
find that out,
trespassing.
brother?
Yeah. And
Ants?
give me your daily bread also.
Give me that fucking bread.
Give us this day our daily bread is kind of like, give me some money, please.
Yeah, like, just, come on, we're so broke.
Yeah.
No, actually, we're millionaires. Sorry, I don't want to.
That's true. Our daily bread is a big old loaf.
Dude, my daily bread it's like $6,000. That's my daily expenses. That's like, I think I talked to you about this, but like we played. Did I talk about this on the pod that we played fantasy football with a billionaire?
No.
I'm writing a bit about this right now, and it's very fun.
Okay.
And he,
I'm like, I think you're gonna. Yeah.
well, nobody would know.
Okay. All right. Fair. Yeah.
I mean, comedians don't listen to this.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, we played fantasy
Yeah.
football with a billionaire,
Yeah.
and he won.
Yeah. The rich get richer.
You ever given a billionaire $100?
It doesn't feel good.
What?
Yeah, we do it all the. I shop at Amazon exclusively.
Yeah, but you ever like handed one? It's the
No.
most American thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
That's aside from this shirt.
Put it on the pile.
It's crazy to hand a billionaire. I thought he would do the right thing and be like, donate it.
Nah.
He took it.
That's how do you think you become a billionaire?
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
Never doing that again, folks. Do not hang out with the ultra wealthy.
Well, just don't bet against them.
yeah, because they
You
have
can drink on their tabs. I've done that several times.
they have the
and that's
time.
fun.
They have the time
Mm-hmm.
to research and to send you 400 trades a day.
To be fair, we also have the time.
Not me. I'm fucking stacked.
I'm out here getting my daily bread,
I mean, come on. I think I'm stacking this bread right now, Tom. The hell?
getting it daily.
Well, wait. The screensaver's up. Does that mean we've been an hour?
We hit an hour, yeah.
And now I gotta start looking at fucking.
These
You
are
know-
all my nieces and nephews. I don't know why they all pop. Why these are the pictures that pop up, but I'm glad they are. And it's not like pictures of me like I take a lot of pictures of like trying to like track my workouts and stuff. And I'll do like before pictures.
Wait, of like your body?
Yeah, to be like, you suck.
Okay.
Imagine if those popped up. It'd be the toughest look of the century.
Well, I'm not worried about those. I'm going. You're taking before photos of a workout.
Oh, if I start like a 3-month thing that I'm trying to do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good to see progress.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like you go to the gym, pop,
Take a picture,
before,
and then
if nothing changed, you're like, you piece of shit. I was like, God, you are a Catholic. dude.
Really unhealthy, man.
Holy hell. That's insanity.
I also weigh myself before and after the pod.
That would be fun if we
I'm
both
just-
were like, nothing?
Weigh in, dude.
This is bullshit.
I'm like, empty your pockets. You got weights in there.
I take my shirt off and full UFC.
We do a weigh in every time before we start the pod. We're this close to each other.
Tucker has to come down and separate
Yeah.
us because I do kind of
Whoa,
flinch
whoa.
at you.
I'm like, yeah, Tim actually hit me in the face the other day.
Oh my God. Well, what do you think? When you put a bow on this motherfucker?
Yeah, let's wrap this bad boy up. I think I just unplugged my mic, so if I'm still talking, let's do this. But I will be.
Good.
I don't know. New York next week, May 8th, or 2 weeks, and then we got like Charlotte and Dallas coming up, and a couple other randos on the sketch. A lot of tour dates coming soon, but for now, leave us a comment on YouTube. And Timmy, what do you got?
We got the classics. We got Boston. We got Chicago. We got Denver. We got DC. We got a bunch of fun stuff coming up.
I will also be in Boston. When are you going to be there?
Ooh. This is. I'm going to sound so stupid. I think June.
Okay, I'll be there.
And then
in
also
May.
November. Oh, but
I'm going a lot.
I know. I think I'm going like 3 times this year.
Okay.
Well, hey, Boston.
It's all
folks,
new.
come on
It's
out.
all new
It's all
material.
new. Every single show will be a full hour of new.
so
So
buy
come to-
tickets to all of them.
Come to all 3.
Go get your daily bread. Forgive your trespassers. We love you. Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're roommates in